Welcome back. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Jason Show TV, Fallon on Air, Jason Matheson. Hi. Well, our guests today are back on the mic. For over 20 years, two lovely ladies, very shy, Lori Barghini and Julia Cobbs defined talk radio for women around the country. The sisters-in-law helped establish a radio station called My Talk 1071 as a go-to station for pop culture with a focus on women's voices when that wasn't a thing in radio. Last week, made national news. Well, last year they got caught stealing office supplies. I'm just joking. No, they get out of here. They stepped away from their afternoon drive radio show, but their retirement didn't last long, and boy, are we grateful. Today, they're launching a new podcast around the world now. Lori and Julia Still Loud. They're back for more hot takes, humor, and honesty on the mic. Audience, give it up for Lori and Julia.
Thank you.
Hello, ladies.
What a nice introduction. Thank you, Jason.
Well, you guys, in full disclosure, I'm acting like I don't know these goobers. I do. I've worked with them. For people that don't know, I have a radio show too. It's on this station, and that's where I want to start because around the country, they may not know what My Talk is. It made national news because it was the first woman-based talk station for around the country. I mean, there's political talk, there's sports talk stations. What was your reaction when you heard there was going to be a woman talk radio station?
Well, we were like, we should be hired immediately. We made the whole, we made the whole world talk about an invention that we made, body perks, and we got them on Sex and the City. And I mean, we went viral in 2000 before the internet. And so we were like, we obviously should be running a radio show. Yeah,
because Julie and I want to get your take on it. If you just heard, this is how these two became famous internationally. A product of theirs was featured on this episode of Sex and the City. Right there, there's Samantha. Okay, explain for, daytime television. What were they?
They're nipple enhancers.
That's right. Executive producer Jeff wears them daily.
But seriously.
Yeah.
I told Lori to bring them.
Yeah.
And they're in the green room.
But you really,
we did. I went to Vegas on a girls' weekend. Julia came with. It was shampoo bottle caps from the Treasure Island. Our Midwest breasts were not getting enough attention, and we wore these. And I mean, we got free limousine rides. We got into nightclubs free. I mean, it was amazing. And then Julia's like, I've always wanted to invent something. I've always wanted to get a patent. And I said, you invent it, I'll get it on Sex and the City. Unbeknownst to me that they're hearing from everybody about ideas for the story. And I've
never heard this,
the origin. Are you kidding me?
I've never heard the origin of how you divided and conquered. Okay.
Yes, Julia did the business plan, worked with the patent attorney, the engineer. We had to have an engineer do the
That
drawing.
was a very fun process, trying to figure out the perfect
nipple
projection. And there is one. It is perfect.
It is perfect.
It's the perfect protrusion. Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
And Julia worked really hard.
Perfect protrusion should have been the name of your podcast.
Yeah. You know what? Your perfect protrusion. That's true. That's true.
And Julia yelled at me for like a year and a half because she was doing all the business work while I was going to First Avenue and other clubs and having women
try on wax
molds. And I said, take them for a spin around the dance floor, flirt with them, see if you get more attention. So I was doing market research and then we played the Who Do You Know game. We'd read the book, The Tipping Point, Malcolm Gladwell, and he said, if you have a goal, play the Who Do You Know game to get to where you want to go. And Julia knew.
At my cabin, on the deck, my friend's little sister comes over, and her college roommate is Alev Ektor, I believe, from the New York Daily news, and literally we sent her the nipples. Lori dared her to wear them for a weekend, and we had a center spread in the New York Daily News.
For Fashion Week.
For Fashion Week. Lori then is on the BBC the next day. It just went.
I went to New
For
York.
nipples?
Yes, yes.
Okay, but then how did that lead to this revolutionary radio station?
Okay, so Oxygen Media at the time flew us out to New York to do a story on us.
They followed me around at the Patricia Fields fashion show where we were in the gift bag at Patricia
Not
Fields.
us.
Our
Our
body
nipples.
Your
perks,
nipples
the
were,
nipples
yeah.
And not even our nipples,
But they
nipples.
followed me around with the camera, met Andre Leon Talley, Cynthia Nixon, got up and screamed, the nipple girls. You know, I mean, it was, because I had met Kristen Davis at a fashion show in New York when we first kind of like, after the New York, the Daily News story, and I met Kristen Davis and I said, I have been writing to Sarah Jessica Parker and Michael Patrick King, and nobody is writing me back. I've got a great story idea. And she said, you have to write to Michael Patrick King in LA. So I did.
And this is literally writing a letter.
And
Like old-fashioned writing a letter.
It's
Our press
2000.
release, and then I wrote it in the corner. I said, I double dare any of the ladies on your staff to go and take a spin in these nipples and see what happens. And 2 months later, I get a phone call. Casey is pushing me up Camelback Mountain. I'm like, I'm not
Your
a Billy
husband,
Goat.
yes.
My
My
husband.
brother, she's married to my brother.
And I get a phone call, and it's Michael Patrick King's assistant. And he says, we would like permission from you to use your body perks in a storyline. We're not going to use the story idea you gave us. We have another idea, but do we have your permission? Julia and I were on set when they filmed it, and...
Well, so that led to a radio station and a history-making run. We'll talk about that and what they're doing now when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody.
I can't believe you don't know that.
Let's make it.
Welcome back. Find Lori and Julia Still Loud wherever you get your podcasts and hit that subscribe button. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so the perks happened, but how did you end up on radio? Because you had never done radio before.
No experience. We thought we were going to do a TV show. Of course, and we got shot down. Oxygen Media literally asked us to pitch them a TV show. And they said no. We were in my minivan at Braemar Ice Rink. And they said no. And then we heard from our mutual friend, Stephanie Hansen.
Yes, Stephanie, our foodie queen, Stephanie Hansen,
Yes.
yeah.
That Hubbard was starting an all-women's talk station, and I literally had worked for them briefly and called Ginny Hubbard, and we had breakfast, and we were hired.
And that was it. And
That was it.
And these two have been on Drive Time with you had no radio experience.
Zero.
And let me tell you, one of my favorite memories of these two is when I first started, I was like 20-something, and they scared the hell out of me. I mean, just literally scared the hell out of me. And I got a show, and the first show they were nice enough to listen to, and I got in the car after that show. I was their lead-in, and I get in the car, and this has happened. You said to Laura, you go, God, did you hear that Jason show? That Jason show, it's all fancy. They like tease things. And I thought, you were so impressed that we teased things.
Listen.
Because your show was a little off the rails at times.
Very much so.
And very much.
Yeah.
We had no idea what we were doing.
But did you feel the way, I mean, did you realize that you were making history? Because the radio station, again, as I said in their intro, there are political talk stations, there are sports stations. Never in the history of the country was there a women's focused talk station. Did you think it would be a success?
Yes.
You did?
I did.
Lori-
I have unwavering faith in Julia and I because we worked in business together at Carlson Companies. We worked at an airline. We did an invention. We had undeniable chemistry, and I just thought, why not? And we're women. We're used to people doubting us. It doesn't bother us.
Yes.
Okay? It doesn't bother us.
I want to, so then you guys, Laura, you told me, you don't like the word retirement. What do you call it?
Rewirement. We
Rewirement.
Yes.
You
Yes.
rewired.
Rewired the podcast.
Yes.
But you guys took a year off. Lori did take a year
75
off.
weeks of vacation.
Julia worked at a bookstore or something for a year, like an
Pickleball
adult
club.
bookstore or something, and then. but then
My
you
husband doesn't know that yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have released that on TV. But what made you want to do a podcast, and what's appealing about that format?
Well, I mean, I knew that people were desperately going to miss us.
Oh, God.
we know. I did. I seriously did.
This is why we love her.
Yeah.
But I did. We'd been in people's lives for 22 years, just talking about everything and nothing and sharing things that people related to. So I told Julia when I told her I don't want to work this much anymore. I said, but we'll do a podcast that'll be perfect and people will miss us and they're going to be ready to hear our hot takes on things.
And I love it because when you think of our business, the reason I love it, the reason I wanted America to, if you don't know who these two are, the reason I wanted America to meet them is because you know this, and it's observable fact, our business is so youth focused, and the ones that get the most attention are, and no offense to the youngins, it's when you start off in their 20s and 30s, I love that you guys are dishing it and kicking earths at your very young age
Yeah,
and
very.
redefining what that means, and I really do.
Thank you.
I know you only have taped one episode. Do you like the pace? Because the pacing of a podcast is very different. Like right now, I'm getting a cue.
Yes.
I have like 30 seconds
Yep.
before I have to take a break.
Right.
Do you like the fact that you don't have to give a rat's blank about commercial breaks?
We're podcast ponies.
Yeah. It actually is so different. It's really relaxing. We're just sitting at my dining room table. And I'm in charge of the equipment, which is scary, but it's very.
You're so good at it.
Yeah.
I know. It's very chill. It's completely different, and it's nice.
Well, you're going to find out coming up after the break why these two are, forget People Magazine, forget all of that, why these two are the pop culture mavens. We're going to run through some hot topics with Lori and Julia when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Okay, America. It's going to be your new favorite podcast here. My friends, Lori and Julie are here today. One of the great, again, forget the teleprompter for a second. One of the great things about having the show and the show being national now is when I get to show you people that I think you will love and you need to meet. And these two are two of those people. Lori and Julie have a new podcast. We'll tell you how to get it at the end of this. But since they're here, they are the pop culture mavens. Nobody has hotter, funnier takes on pop culture than these two goobers. And so if you're here, I'm going to take advantage of your presence, okay?
Please.
So I'm going to tick through some current hot topics and give me your hot takes, okay? First up, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban divorcing.
Heartbroken about them. And I bet she wishes she never made that erotic movie, Baby Girl, that was so terrible, because that was his nickname for her. She talked about she had so many orgasms on screen that she didn't want to be touched when she got home, and I thought, this isn't good for Keith.
Hey, by the way, I just heard from the Jason Show historian.
Okay.
You're the first person in 10 years to say orgasm on our show. There we go. Yeah.
I can say it in French.
Yeah.
Oh, she can
say orgasm in French.
Petit mort.
Oh, God, Lori.
Do you think he was cheating on her?
I think
he was.
banging the fiddle
Yes.
player.
He was what?
Banging the fiddle player. He fired the whole band in February and kept the fiddle player, the woman. And I think the band might have known what was going on.
It's always the damn fiddle player.
I know.
Okay.
Well, the Love Connection, it happened with Bruce Springsteen, remember?
Yeah.
And his Patty.
But we're heartbroken about those two. They seemed really madly in love.
They did.
And I just, love is dead.
Now love is dead. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, your just general take on these two.
Love. We've been following when they started dating. I said, Julia, this is like watching a movie, a rom-com come true. She's dated a lot of guys. She this and that. So like to see a golden retriever guy who was not intimidated by her star. He likes that she's a star.
And
Not
she likes
everyone
he's a
likes-
golden
she-
retriever
yes,
type.
exactly.
Which is a compliment, audience.
It
It
is,
is.
it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Always coming back, always loving,
Yeah.
always easy.
Always easy.
Always easy.
That could have been another name for the podcast.
For me,
That's
for
in
sure.
our past.
Easy L.
Okay.
She only had crabs once.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Julia.
The golden.
That's never been said here.
You're also the first guest for that, Julia. That's right. The Golden Bachelor,
sorry.
Mel Owens.
Oh my gosh. Well, I found the show to be delightful.
I did too.
Yeah.
You did?
I did. I like that he got rid of 10 women right away. They have an accelerated season. He is I can't get out of my mind that he looks like Moose from Archie. From Riverdale. You can't
Riverdale.
unsee it. He
No.
looks just like Moose if you know Archie, the comic book. And I did a tweet. And I said, I can't get over Mel just rocking his necklace and Leslie Fema,
The Golden
Bachelorette. She tweeted back, that's a microphone, not a necklace.
Oops.
Do you think he redeemed himself because he got all that bad
Yeah,
publicity?
he did. He got so much about the age thing.
Yeah, that he would never date a woman over 60.
I don't trust him, and I don't think any of those ladies do either. So
Okay.
we'll see what happens with them, but I enjoyed it.
Celebrating women our age.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love celebrating love for people our age.
That's right. Because imagine,
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
the fact that people don't think you can be sexy or you have sex after 50 or 60 is ridiculous.
Just once.
Finally, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco.
Oh, we love them.
See, Lori, love isn't dead yet.
Yeah, love isn't dead yet, but we do like this couple.
We
Julie and I
love
fell
them.
in love with Benny Blanco when he was on Howard Stern. We listened
Yeah.
to
Remember?
that interview, and
Yeah, I
he's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And he's not intimidated by her.
That's another couple. Do you agree? Fallon and I were saying this, that I feel like I could see them at Aldi. They just, even
yes.
though they're billionaires,
Oh, yes.
maybe not Aldi's. I mean, maybe
Right.
maybe Whole Foods.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
but don't you think they just seem very normal to me?
Very normal.
Yeah.
And especially, she's been popular since Barney.
Yeah.
You know, she's been in the public life forever. She's
And handled it very well.
very well.
We got to go, but I want to say sincerely, I'm glad you guys are back. I'm glad your voices are back. I think this is the perfect platform for you. I have missed you, and as a friend and as a colleague, I'm very proud of the both of you. I really am. Give it up for Lori and Julia.
Thank you.
Listen to their new podcast right there. Lori and Julia still get it wherever you get your podcasts, and hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Back after this.
Thank you. I'd love to have you come over.
Yeah,
Whenever you're
I want to.
ready.